Have you ever wondered how our species, Homo sapiens, came to dominate the planet? Picture this: around 70,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened that set us apart from all other life forms on Earth. This was the cognitive revolution. Our ancestors began to think in ways that were remarkably different from earlier hominids. They developed the capacity to create and believe in myths, to imagine things that weren't physically present. This cognitive leap allowed sapiens to collaborate in large numbers, creating social cooperation on a scale unseen before. Myths, stories, shared beliefs. These became the glue that bound large groups together, forming the basis for our complex societies. It's these shared beliefs that allowed us to build cities, create nations, and even reach for the stars. As we move forward, the cognitive revolution sets the stage for sapiens to become the world's dominant species. So, let's delve deeper into the journey of humankind as outlined in the captivating book, Sapiens. But how did we move from hunter-gatherers to builders of civilizations? Well, around 10,000 years ago, a pivotal shift occurred that forever changed the course of human history. This shift is known as the agricultural revolution. With the discovery of farming, sapiens began to settle in one place, no longer needing to wander in search of food. Seeds were sown, crops were tended, and for the first time, we saw the birth of settled societies. The agricultural revolution was a significant turning point for sapiens. It allowed for population growth as food production could now keep up with the rising number of mouths to feed. As societies expanded, they grew more complex, with the development of new tools, the construction of permanent structures, and the birth of trade. However, this newfound stability and prosperity was a double-edged sword. On the one hand, the ability to produce food surplus led to the development of social hierarchies. With more resources at our disposal, some individuals amassed wealth and power, leading to the emergence of social classes and the inevitable inequalities that followed. On the other hand, the shift from a nomadic lifestyle to settled farming communities led to the spread of diseases. Close proximity to animals and unsanitary living conditions made it easier for diseases to transmit from animals to humans, leading to the first pandemics in human history. Moreover, the agricultural revolution had significant environmental impact. Forests were cleared for farmland, altering landscapes and disrupting ecosystems. The domestication of animals led to overgrazing, which in turn led to soil erosion and desertification. And yet, despite these drawbacks, the agricultural revolution was an essential step in the evolution of sapiens. It created the foundation for the complex societies we live in today, from the cities we inhabit to the technologies we use. The agricultural revolution was a game changer, but it came with a heavy price. The journey from foraging to farming was not a smooth one, but it was a journey that shaped us for better or worse into the sapiens we are today. How did diverse groups of sapiens come to share common values and systems? This is a question that's as intriguing as it is complex. The book Sapiens sheds light on this through the lens of three significant universal systems: money, empires, and religions. Let's start with money, the great equalizer. A universal medium, a common language spoken by all. It was money that broke down the barriers of barter in local economies. It became the bridge between different cultures, different societies, enabling trade and exchange on an unprecedented scale. Money, in many ways, was the first global language, a universal system that facilitated cooperation among diverse groups. But money wasn't the only driving force. Empires too played a pivotal role in the unification of humankind. As empires expanded, they absorbed diverse cultures, societies, and people, often imposing their own values and systems on those they conquered. While this was often a painful process, it also led to a form of unification, knitting together disparate groups under a single political and cultural umbrella. And then we have religions. The world's major religions, with their universal truths and moral codes, offered a shared framework for understanding the world. They transcended geographical borders and cultural differences, creating a sense of global community. These religions, in their own way, helped to weave the fabric of a more interconnected world. So money, empires, and religions, three different paths leading towards the same destination, a unified world. These universal systems have fostered cooperation and understanding among diverse groups, helping to shape the world as we know it today. And yet, in many ways, we're still on this journey of unification, still weaving together our shared story. As we look to the future, we can see the legacy of these universal systems, their impact echoing through the ages. These universal systems have knitted together the world in ways that our ancestors could scarcely have imagined. And as we continue to evolve, who knows what new systems we might create, what new paths to unification we might forge. After all, we are sapiens, and our story is far from over. How did sapiens transform the world in just a few centuries? The answer lies in the scientific revolution, a radical shift in human thought that began around 500 years ago. Before this period, humans relied heavily on tradition and authority to understand the world. However, the scientific revolution marked a departure from these norms. It was driven by a daring willingness to admit ignorance, a thirst for knowledge, and an insatiable curiosity. This intellectual bravery allowed us to question, explore, and ultimately reshape our understanding of the world. From the laws of physics to the workings of the human body, the scientific revolution ushered in a wave of unprecedented discoveries. It birthed technologies that brought us closer to the stars and microscopic organisms. It gave us a new perspective of our place in the universe, and in doing so, unlocked new levels of progress and power. The scientific revolution has reshaped our world and continues to define our future. So what does the story of Sapiens mean for us today? In essence, it's a tale that underscores the power of our species, the Homo sapiens. From our humble beginnings in the dawn of humankind, we've seen how our ability to create and believe in shared myths led to our rise. The agricultural revolution, while it brought about a surge in population and societal complexity, also introduced us to the double-edged sword of progress. The unification of humankind, through empires, religions, and money, showcased our knack for cooperation on a grand scale. Yet it's the scientific revolution that truly transformed our world and continues to shape our present and future. The story of Sapiens is a mirror to the past, a lens to the present, and a compass to the future. It teaches us about the challenges we've overcome, those we face, and the ones yet to come. The story of Sapiens is our story, and understanding it is key to understanding ourselves and our place in the world.